call the meeting of the Human Services Committee to order. Karen, please call the roll.
Chair Swarzy.
Here.
Member Cahill. Here. Member Garcia. Here. Member Dessert. Here. Member Galassi.
Here.
Member LaPlante. Here.
Okay, a physical quorum of the members is physically present. I will entertain a motion to permit those members not physically present due to personal illness, disability, employment purposes,
Second.
or for the business of the board or family or other emergency to participate by video or teleconference. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Thank you, Carrie.
Thank you.
Okay, do we have any public comments?
No public comment.
All right. Just one comment I'd like to make. Earlier in July, I attended a roundtable at the Northern Illinois Food Bank, hosted by the Northern Illinois Food Bank, and it had a couple of DuPage County congressmen there, along with many users of food pantries, SNAP benefit recipients, and so forth. And the information that was shared was, well, in DuPage County alone, about 10% of our county uses the pantry, uses our food pantry. So you're talking 90,000 people are using our food pantries. With the SNAP benefits that are being cut or that have been cut, that number is expected to almost double. So anywhere from 60 to 80,000 more people will be using, food pantries within DuPage County. So when we do talk about our budget, with budgets coming up and our human services budget coming up in a few more meetings, we really need, that's one of the things we really need to focus on is food. So do members have any comments they'd like to make before we get started? Okay, we'll go right into our agenda then. I'll take a motion to approve our minutes, item 25-1840, the Human Services Committee regular meeting, July 1st, 2025.
So moved. Second.
Any discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Thank you. On the community services, I'll take a motion on FIR 11625, acceptance of a modification of funding for the Illinois Home Weatherization Assistance Program, HHS grant for plan year 25.
So moved.
Second. Thank you. Any discussion? All in favor, say aye.
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 Opposed? Thank you. Take a motion on FIR 11825, acceptance and appropriation of the Illinois Department of Human Services Rapid Rehousing Program grant for plan year 26 in the amount of $120,124.
So moved. Second.
Okay, any discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Thank you. Take a motion on FIR 12025, acceptance and appropriation of the HUD 2024 Continuum of Care Planning Grant for program year 26 in the amount of $328,070.
So moved. Second.
Any discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Okay. Take a motion on FIR 12525, acceptance and appropriation of the Illinois Department of Human Services Supportive Housing Program grant for program year 26 in the amount of $102,786.
So moved. Second.
Okay, any discussion here? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Thank you. I'll take a motion on HSR 1525, rescission of requisition PO number 77890001 serve issued to Comfort First Insulation and Energy Solutions to provide architectural services for the weatherization program for community service in the amount of $15,000.
Moved. Second.
Any discussion? All in favor, say aye.
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 Opposed? Thank you. Take a motion on HSR 1625, acceptance of extension of time for the HUD 2023 Continuum of Care Planning Grant program year 25, extending through October 31st, 2025.
So moved. Second.
Okay, any discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Okay, thank you. Take a motion on HSP 3225, awarding resolution issued to Professional Radon Systems, Inc. to provide radon mitigation of single-family homes for the weatherization and single-family rehab grants for the weatherization program for the period of August 5th, 2025 through August 4th, 2026, for a contract total not to exceed $31,200.
So moved. Second.
Any discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Thank you. Take a motion on HSP 3325, awarding resolution issued to Healthy Air Heating and Air, Inc. for the LIHEAP Emergency Heat Program to provide service, repair, or replacement of inoperable or red tag furnaces for low-income qualified homeowners within DuPage County from October 1st, 2025 through June 30th, 2026, for a contract total not to exceed $80,000. Okay, any discussion? All in favor, say aye.
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 Vote. Thank you. Take a motion on HSP 3425, awarding resolution issued to My Greenhouse HVAC LLC for the LIHEAP Emergency Heat Program to provide service, repair, or replacement of inoperable or red tag furnaces for low-income qualified homeowners within DuPage County from October 1st, 2025 through June 30th, 2026, for a contract total not to exceed $80,000.
Second.
Okay, any discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Okay. I'll take a motion on HSP 3525, awarding resolution issued to Nortec Environmental, Inc. for the LIHEAP Emergency Heat Program to provide service, repair, or replacement of inoperable or red tag furnaces for low-income qualified homeowners within DuPage County from October 1st, 2025 through June 30th, 2026, for a contract total not to exceed $80,000.
Second.
Okay, any discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Thank you. Take a motion on HSP 3625, awarding resolution issued to Parliament Builders, Inc. for the LIHEAP Emergency Heat Program to provide service, repair, or replacement of inoperable or red tag furnaces for low-income qualified homeowners within DuPage County from October 1st, 2025 through June 30th, 2026, for a contract total not to exceed $80,000.
Second.
Any discussion? All in favor, say aye.
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 Opposed? Okay. Sorry, I should have combined all those, but thank you for your patience. I'll take a motion on HSP 3725, awarding resolution issued to Community and Economic Development Association of Cook County, Inc. for professional services for the multi-family weatherization project for community services for the period of August 12th, 2025 through June 30th, 2026, for a contract total amount not to exceed $126,000.
So moved. Second.
Any discussion? All in favor, say aye.
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 Opposed? Thank you very much. On to our DuPage Care Center. I'll take a motion on HSP 3825. Recommendation for the approval of a contract to Unipack Corporation for trash and recycling can liners for the DuPage Care Center for the period August 13th, 2025 through August 12th, 2027, for a contract total amount not to exceed $150,000.
So moved. Second.
Any discussion here? All in favor, say aye.
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 Opposed? Okay. I'll take a motion on HSP 3925, recommendation for the approval of a contract to Cardinal Health, Inc. for primary pharmaceuticals for inpatient and outpatient pharmacy services for the DuPage Care Center for the period September 1st, 25 through August 31st, 27, for a contract total amount not to exceed $4,500,000.
So moved.
Second.
Yes.
How does this work? So it's $4,500,000 for 2 years to Cardinal Health. And then is there reimbursement from Medicare, Medicaid for this? How does it work?
So under consolidated billing, the rate that we get from Medicare is a rate based on diagnosis and things like that. That is all inclusive. So it would cover the drugs, and the drugs are then, we pay for the drugs, but we get a per diem from Medicare based on the patient's condition when they come in.
Okay, all right, got it. Thank you.
Thank you. Any other questions? All in favor, say aye.
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 Opposed? Okay, thank you. I'll take a motion on HSP 4025, recommendation for the approval of a contract to Senior Medical Care PLLC for professional services for a medical director for the DuPage Care Center for the period September 1st, 2025 through August 31st, 2026, for a contract total amount not to exceed $48,000.
So moved. Second.
Thank you. Any discussion here? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Thank you. I'll take a motion on HSP 4125, recommendation for the approval of a contract to Prairie Farms Dairy, Inc. for fluid dairy for the DuPage Care Center for the period of September 25th, 2025 through September 24th, 2026 for a contract total not to exceed $45,000.
So moved.
Second.
Okay, any discussion? Yes.
What's fluid dairy? Is that milk?
Fluid dairy, is that just strictly milk? Okay,
Okay, thanks.
thank you. Any other discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Thank you. I'll take a motion on HSP 4225, recommendation for the approval of a contract to McMahon Food Corporation for fluid dairy for the DuPage Care Center for the period of September 25th, 2025 through September 24th, 2026 for a contract total not to exceed $38,000.
So moved.
Second.
Any discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Okay, thank you. On to travel, I'll take a motion on 25-1841 Community Services Manager to attend the National Adult Protective Services Conference in Bellevue, Washington from September 7th, 2025 through September 11th, 2025. Expenses to include registration, transportation, lodging, and per diems for approximate total of $2,670. So this is grant funded.
Second.
Okay, any discussion here? Take a roll call, please.
Member Garcia. Aye. Member Desart.
Aye.
Member Galassi.
Aye.
Member LaPlante.
Aye.
Member Cahill.
Aye.
Chair Swarzy.
Aye. Okay, thank you. On to consent items, I'll take a motion to combine items 9A, 9B, and 9C.
So moved. Second.
Okay, all in favor, say aye.
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 Thank you. I'll take a motion on 25-1842, amendment to county contract 743100001 serve issued to Healthy Air Heating and Air, Inc. through the Community Services DOE WEX grants to provide mechanical and architectural weatherization, labor and materials to extend the contract to November 30th, 2025. And on item 25-1843, amendment to contract 7470001 serve issued to My Greenhouse HVAC LLC through the Community Services. Can I say DOEX grants? Does that make sense?
Sure.
Thank you. To provide mechanical and architectural weatherization, labor and materials to extend the contract through November 30th, 2025. And on item 25-1844, amendment to county contract 743200001 serve issued to Arcos Environmental Services, Inc. through the Community Services DOEX grants to provide mechanical and architectural weatherization, labor and materials to extend the contract to November 30th, 2025.
So moved.
Second.
Thank you. Any discussion? All in favor, say aye.
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 Opposed? Thank you. I will also take a motion to combine items 9D, 9E, 9F, and 9G.
So moved. Second.
Okay, all in favor, say aye.
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 I'll take a motion on 25-1845 Bright Star Care of Central DuPage, contract 700700001 serve. This purchase order is decreasing in the amount of $84,733.01 and closing due to purchase order expiring. Item 25-1846 RCM Technologies, contract 701900001 serve. This purchase order is decreasing in the amount of $44,720 and closing due to purchase order expiring. Item 25-1847 Comcast, contract 46210001 serve. This purchase order is decreasing in the amount of $28,326.36 and closing due to purchase order expiring. And item 25-1848 Equipment International, contract 695700001 serve. This purchase order is decreasing in the amount of $16,354.15 and closing due to purchase order expiring.
Second.
Any discussion? All in favor, say aye.
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 Opposed? Okay, thank you. I'll take a motion to combine items 10A, 10B, and 10C.
So moved. Second.
Any discussion? All in favor, say aye.
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 I'll take a motion to receive and place on file item 25-1849, GPN 01825 for program year 2026 supportive housing program, Illinois Department of Human Services in the amount of $102,786. Item 25-1850, GPN 01925 for program year 2026 rapid rehousing program, Illinois Department of Human Services in the amount of $120,124. And item 25-1851, GPN 020-25 for program year 2026 the Homeless Prevention Program, Illinois Department of Human Services, in the amount of $384,000.
So moved.
Second.
Any discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Okay, thank you very much, everybody. We do have a residency waiver, so Janelle.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Yes.
So we currently have 5 male and 13 female beds open at the care center. 4 beds have already been offered to DuPage County residents, so no DuPage County residents are being displaced by this request. So this is a person that has not lived in DuPage County. However, the son has lived in Lombard for 9 years. Has a family member who works at DPCC and feels that the care center will provide the quality of care his mother deserves. And he would like to see her more often and be closer to him.
Great. Questions?
Yes.
So how many applicants are there now? Like in the queue?
So applicants, we get referrals from the hospital. So they come from a multitude of sources. So we get referrals. Those that are seeking long-term care do a financial and application and financial meeting. I don't know that exact number of what's on the books right now. I
See,
can
my
get that
concern
information.
is, I, in general, don't really support out-of-county applicant residents.
Mhm.
Because I feel like even though there's 5 male and 13 female beds open, there is a long application process. I know I've
There
gone
is.
through it.
Yep,
And there is, a lot of people who may not be aware, and I'm trying to get more awareness out there about our care center and what it's a crown jewel in DuPage County and in the
Right.
state.
right.
And I feel like we as a county and the taxpayers in this county have invested tremendous amount of money into this DuPage Care Center that I feel like we should make sure that it's for DuPage County residents. That's just and I understand that you get more money with the more, beds filled, but there is a long application process. And I've had a couple people who came to be and wanted to be in, but the timing of the process was too long that they ended up going to Bensonville, Elmhurst Extended Care. And I know I think that's a good thing, that you do a financial and a Medicare and all the different, the processes is excellent. But I'm just saying, I don't always want to be supportive of the out-of-county residents applying.
Sure. I have a lot in response to that.
Yes.
So one, it's about our viability. So right now, we're gonna take whoever we can because obviously we need to be viable. County people take precedent. That is
Okay.
true.
Okay.
We don't have anybody waiting through that process that we would deny because someone else took their bed at this point in time. If they're denied, it's usually based on other issues,
Okay.
behaviors, there's a lot of things that
Sure.
come through in that process that they're just not suitable for that environment. Our dementia unit is now fairly full, so we might have a waiting list for that coming in the future. And that's where it would come into play, that county people would definitely always take precedent over non-county. And that's the ordinance that's been put in place for many years, and we follow that ordinance
Okay.
that was put forward by the board
Okay.
from many years ago. From a short stay, we do allow people to come in on a short stay basis under different criteria. It's not a stringent criteria, but they're, again, there for short stay. And if they want to go to long-term, then they need to do the application process.
Right.
So we're not tight enough, I think, in our numbers to really have to be that concerned at this point in time, especially now that we are down to only 2 units being under construction instead of 3, and going forward, it would only be 1 unit under construction at a time. So COVID really hit us hard with our census, and then construction backed it up. So we usually run around 322 and we're running around 200.
Okay.
So these numbers are long-term beds. We also have short-term beds that are duly certified, that if we had somebody that was county, we would definitely be able to place them in the short-term environment temporarily until a long-term bed opened up.
Okay. All right.
Does that make you
Yes,
feel?
it does, but I would like to know what the application numbers are. How are there 10, are there 20, are there 50? How many people are
Right.
applying
It's
for the
less than
long term?
20.
Okay.
Yes,
Less than
it's
20.
less than 20. And in going forward now with the big beautiful bill, they are changing how long they'll go back retro for approval. So if someone applies, or is going through the application process, we submit an application and it takes 3 months to get all the right papers to public aid and the right person sitting at the desk at public aid
Right,
to do that process.
right,
It can take 2-3 months.
yes,
They're only gonna go back retro 2 months.
right.
So that paperwork, getting that paperwork is gonna be more important. It's gonna rely on the families or the power of attorney or the guardians
Right.
to get all that in, because we will not even probably put them on the potential list until that's done. Because otherwise, we're gonna be accepting people, and then we're gonna be basically out a whole month of revenue for that
Well, you
person,
do
or
have
2 months of revenue, depending on
Yes.
how long it takes to get them approved.
Yes, you do have people that are self-pay though.
We do, but they're
Yeah.
usually getting close to a spend down for the most part, yeah. And we work with them. This facility is very strong in helping people with the Medicaid application process. There are facilities that won't take anyone under the pending status.
Right.
And probably this will be more. They won't take people pending because you run the risk of losing a month's of revenue.
Right. Okay, all right, thank you very much.
Thank you, Janelle. That
Yep,
was
hopefully
great.
that helps. Never mind. I have a
I'll stand by,
report.
yeah, stand by.
I'll stay here.
Any other questions on our, residency waiver? Okay, and do I have a motion?
Second.
Okay, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Okay, thank you very much. And good questions. Thank you. Member Cahill. Okay, Janelle, DuPage Care Center
Yep, I
update.
have two things. One is happy and one not so happy. So more information will be coming, but the little boy that passed away at the Portillo's was actually a baby to 2 of our staff members.
Oh,
We had 2
no.
staff members that started at the care center about 2014, 2017, and they were CNAs, and they've gone through education, and now one's an LPN, one's an RN. They have a 1-year-old at home, and she's pregnant with another. And so there was a GoFundMe set up. I think they're within $6,000 of meeting their $50,000 goal. I have someone, they're pretty private. They're having a private ceremony, a private funeral. I have someone typing something up to share that'll be shared with everybody and what that looks like.
If
But
there's
just so-
something we can do, maybe
Exactly, that's what,
flowers, a card, or something from this community.
Need money to, you know,
right.
grant a child.
Yes.
So the GoFundMe, last time I saw it was 42,000.
It's 44 of 6.
44,600.
So-
Oh, good,
I'll go
good,
make a
good.
donation there.
And you'll get something to the
Yes, we'll
entire
get
county
something.
board.
Yep, I have nursing typing that up because it, you
Okay,
know, they
good.
have a great story of their time here at the care center and,
Yes.
you know, to take on that education with a young family, and they've achieved a lot, and it's something incredibly unfortunate. occurred, so. And then we are having a gala in February of 2026. It's the DuPage Care Center Gala. And this will be to raise money for the foundation as well as the recreation department. So for everybody.
Is this the first year? I don't remember.
It'll be the
that.
first year
Okay,
we're doing it.
cool.
So we did the Fall Fest. That was our big fundraiser, and it just over time, it's been in place for many, many years. And the labor is very intensive for that event versus the revenue that we receive. So we're trying something different, and this is what the team came up with. It is going to be a masquerade formal event.
Oh, my God.
So so February of 2026.
Where will it be held?
I don't have all those details yet.
Oh.
Your house. My house. Your house. Yeah,
Thank you for that.
so,
That is exciting.
yeah, it is.
It's very cool. I love
Isn't it fun?
fresh ideas.
Yep.
Yes.
Yep.
Janelle, how's the construction going? real
Oh,
quick?
sure, absolutely. So right now, we are on 2 North and 2 South are under construction. 2 Center, which holds the beauty shop, the woodworking room and ceramics room, those are all down right now. The flooring has just been done, so we're opening up the beauty shop because the residents, where they're getting their hair done is just very challenging. So we're able to get off the east elevator and go right into the beauty shop. So we've opened that up. The rest will be a little bit yet. And then 2 South will come along first before 2 North, but we're hoping by October, both of those units will be opened up. And then we'll go down to 1 North, which then includes a lot of common area. And thank God for COVID that it actually taught us how to maneuver through the building with closed units. So that'll be very interesting how we work the dining and kitchen areas and whatnot with that area being remodeled. So,
Thank you.
but it's going well.
Good. Thank you. So
Can I
Yeah.
update on that one? I wanted to let you know that the next contract for the next phase of that, you will be seeing that shortly within the next month. And we're very excited to get that going so that we have no stoppage between one or the other. So I would say second meeting in August, first in September, you should see the next phase of the contract. That's the final phase.
Is
So
that the
we're very excited.
east side?
East
side?
building.
Yeah.
Yep.
And I will say they're struggling to find people over there too, so we might have to split the number of members.
I'll have.
We're
it
just
with
about done,
Yep,
but if
sorry.
you,
No, thank you. You wanna what?
well,
Oh, yeah.
on this committee, but okay, thank you very much. Mary, for our community services update.
Thanks. I have a couple things you can share. So you go ahead and share that. You guys see, I didn't do it right.
These
You can
are
start, yeah, you can start by
sharing,
handing those
Lynn.
out. That's our.
So,
Yep.
I know these
Nick,
people
would you
on
mind
there.
telling them to just wait a minute? Because
Development's canceled.
Yeah, development's.
I will do that.
Thank you.
Well, I need those.
Yeah, I'll get that. They're waiting. I'll pass.
Thank you. So this is the meeting where I would typically be, giving you my general fund, budget request. But, as you'll see, as I get into this discussion, there's just way too much unknown right now with our federal grants. And so what I thought I would do is sort of walk you through, where we are with the status of the 2026 federal budget, the federal grants, what the, president's proposed budget, what the House has released and what the Senate has released. So you'll see in the chart in front of you, I have a listing of each of the federal grants, and I'll go through them one by one with the status. And then a little bit of discussion about what would be the implication if they were eliminated or significantly cut. So starting at the top with the community, well, let me just take a step back. So I'm sure you're all well aware of this, but just a reminder. So the president submitted his 2026 proposed budget. The next step is that the House and the Senate each have to do their markups for appropriations. They do it by committee. And so the House, as you probably know, released a couple of them. They did release their THUD, the Transportation, Housing and Urban Development Subcommittee of the House, released their markups, and then the House went home. And so the House has not issued any additional markups, and certainly they won't be back in session until September. Federal government, the budget runs through the end of September, so there's a pretty good guess that there will be some level of continuing resolution. The Senate has released, I think all of the subcommittees germane to my department. The Senate has released all of their markups. And so for each grant, what I've laid out is the grant, how much we received in the most recent budget, how many supported headcount there are with the grants, and so much of what we do is just so intertwined. These numbers may be off one or two on one side or the other, because people are based in a grant, but they charge time to another grant. And so I kind of tried to do my best with how many positions are supported with that grant. I've listed what unit within the department those staff sit. And then an indication of outside agencies. So some of our grants, we manage 100% internally. They fund county functions and county staff. And other grants support county staff, but also we provide grants to outside agencies, either municipalities or nonprofit organizations. So, so the Community Development Block Grant, we've heard from both sides, the House and the Senate. That's probably the best news so far, is that the CDBG program was funded by both chambers. After the president proposed eliminating it, and as you can see, the president proposed eliminating everything we do except the home program, which was virtually eliminated with an 80% cut. So that's the good news on CDBG. The bad news is that the Senate is indicating a 12% cut. Now, something to remember with CDBG, we do support both internal staff and external agencies. we can only use 20% of that grant to fund the administrative work. And so as that fund stays level, which it has for many years now, in fact, if you were to adjust for inflation, what we got in the year 2000 to what if you adjusted for inflation, we'd be getting $12 million. CDBG has had cuts and level funding for forever. So that 20%, you know, as we have COLAs, as we have insurance costs, our salaries increase. And so, you know, we're really bumping up against that 20%. And so if we see a 12% cut, we're most likely going to have to request some general fund support to support the administration of that grant. The Home Affordable Housing Partnership, this one, I don't know where this one will end up. The House is proposing complete elimination and the Senate proposing level funding. That one's you know, will they meet in the middle? Will one side win or the other? I don't know. The real challenge with home is that only 10%. So what we use home for is we provide funding to developers, typically gap financing for the development of affordable housing. Most of those projects are funded with IDA tax credits. So we're kind of a small player, but we're a really vital part of those developments. And typically we'll provide a couple of years worth of our home funding. So it, you know, developers come in and they're asking for anywhere between, you know, $1.5 million or up to $4 million. Once we provide that funding, we're on the hook for 20 years to ensure that that project remains affordable, that the tenants are affordable, and that the rents are affordable, that the tenants are income eligible, and that the units are properly maintained. So we have to inspect them. We have to monitor the tenant files, and we have to do that for what's called the period of affordability. So if that project were to fall out of compliance, county's on the hook to pay that money back to HUD. If that program is eliminated, I'm not really sure what happens with our monitoring requirements. I'm assuming that those continue, but we would have zero funding for which to pay staff for that monitoring. And so we could potentially be, again, looking to general fund for some support. And frankly, we might end up doing that anyway. Again, as home funding has remained level, we have to pay the staff that monitors all of the projects that we've, you know, it's not just the one that we're building now, it's the ones that we've participated in 10 and 15 years ago. Our staff is going out and monitoring. So, so that's a long-term commitment that we make to those projects. The Emergency Solutions Grant, I had a little bit difficulty finding that in both the House and Senate proposal. I think it's just tied to the CDBG funding. I think it falls within that same dollar amount. So I'm assuming that we're looking at either level or level funding or up to a 12% decrease. That grant basically supports one FTE to actually monitor that grant, to work with the subrecipients. We provide that funding. Some of it goes to DuPage pads for their emergency shelter, and some of it goes to homeless prevention. And those homeless prevention funds are managed by some of our housing staff, as well as staff from, I think, Catholic Charities and People's Resource Center. So obviously that support would be withdrawn if that, well, we'll see what happens with what level of cut, but that's what's supported there. The Homeless Continuum of Care, I find this really interesting. The president proposed eliminating most of the homeless assistance grants, whereas both the House and Senate are recommending increases. So, you know, that's pretty decent news. That's probably the best news along the in this whole chart. The Family Self-Sufficiency Program, the House recommended a cut. The Senate recommended an increase of the same percentage, which I find really interesting. That's strictly an internal, that's that funds a couple of case managers who work with clients on long-term self-sufficiency. It's an up to 5-year case management program, really important program. And so we'll see where that funding goes. CSBG, these last three are out of the Department of Health and Human Services. And so that's one of the appropriations markups that the House hasn't released yet. So we really don't know what the House is going to do here. CSBG is funding that supports not only internal staff, but we provide grants to external staff as well. We use CSBG to support some of our information referral staff, our 211 folks. I see that as, something that if CSBG were to go away, that certainly is a function that I think, my opinion would be that the county sees that information referral function as a core function of the county. And we obviously look for outside sources to shore that up, but I would think that, I will be asking for general fund money to support those positions if CSBG is eliminated or cut at a significant level. Light heap and weatherization, we use a little bit of that funding to support a couple INR staff, but if that program were to go away, obviously that would be a devastating blow to the 10,000 households in DuPage County that come to us for energy assistance. But that's not likely a service that we would continue to provide. I don't see the county starting to pay energy bills. We just don't have the resources to do that. And so I think that those decisions will be made with, whatever funding we get, that's what we'll be able to support. And then Older Americans Act, Natasha may be able to chime in. I'm having a little bit of difficulty really understanding where that sits in the federal budget, because there's all this Older Americans Act funding, and then it calls out all kinds of different individual types of programs. I do know that our federal Older Americans Act funding was about $1 million last year. It does support Adult Protective Services and the Ombudsman program. There's a total of 18 staff who work in those two units. Again, I think those may very well be core things that the county would want to continue to support at the level that we're currently providing. But we'll see. The Senate is supportive, and we'll see what the House does. So, and then a couple of other, I've got down there additional factors for consideration. We currently have three staff that are funded with ARPA funds, so we're good there through 2026. But two of them are answering 211 calls. I'm sorry, there's 4 staff. There's a supervisor and then 2 additional INR folks that we brought on for 211. We also have that contract with Addison Dispatch. They do our overnight and weekend calls. And then we have a staff, an ARPA funded staff in who's doing outreach. He's doing a tremendous job. I mean, he's out everywhere. And so those are positions that in 2027 we'll most likely be we'll have to have a conversation about whether general fund can support those. And then most of what we do in seniors, the vast majority of our staff in seniors is in the community care program. Those are seniors who are on Medicaid. And so what we don't know is, will there be an impact of our CCP caseload with changes to Medicaid? That's really kind of an unknown. So that's all the good news I have to share with you today. But like I said, I will, what I submitted to finance was basically just a status quo. I just had to put numbers in. And so as we move forward, hopefully we'll know something, before the final budget gets passed in November. But we may very well see continuing resolution after continuing resolution. So that's not, we've been in this position before where we're kind of waiting on continuing resolutions, but not with the level of uncertainty of like this sort of really, kind of, extreme choices. Well, it's either gonna be level funding or it's gonna be gone. I mean, not having the markups, you don't have the kind of crystal ball to say, well, so the ones that we have both, we can kind of, make a little bit of a plan of like, all right, here's what, CDBG, here's what we'll do if it's a 12% cut, and here's what we'll do if it's level. But when we don't even have markups from the House for half of these funds, it's difficult to make any kind of prognostication, so.
Yeah, member you.
Oh, I just wanted to say thank you so much for this, because I feel like for so long, people have been saying that this could be cut, this could be cut, but it's all been very amorphous, it's been
Mhm.
very vague. And for you just lay this out for us, piece by piece is really helpful. So
Thank
thank you,
you.
Mary. Thank
Well,
you to you and your
the
staff.
Senate just released theirs, about 2 weeks ago. The House did, the ones that the House did, they did maybe 3 or 4 weeks ago. So it has been just, everybody's been just waiting for the markups, and so, but I appreciate that.
Member Haley.
Thank you, Chair. I echo Member Hughes' remarks. Thank you for doing this, and thank you for taking the time to walk us through step by step and giving us all this detailed information. I'm deeply concerned. I'm deeply concerned, not only for you and your staff, because I know it's not easy to operate under so much uncertainty and not knowing how things are going to be in the future. But I'm also concerned about the residents that are so dependent on it. They already have so much stress and so much anxiety in their lives. They're just trying to make ends meet, and knowing that this is all going to go away, possibly go away. I'm really concerned about that, and I applaud you and your staff's effort in trying to do the best you can, and hopefully things will be better in the future. But we shall see. Thank you. Thank you, Chair.
Member Garcia.
Yeah, I just want to thank you, Mary, and thank your staff. This has got to be, and what's so frustrating to me is that this is not only DuPage County, this is the whole nation right now that's going through all of this and this uncertainty. And it's not fair to you, it's not fair to your staff, it's not fair to the residents. It's just, to me, I'm so frustrated with what's happening in our federal government in terms of how it's affecting everything. But I appreciate so much the work you're doing and the bravery that you're showing, quite honestly, through this all. And if we can help in any way, shape, or form, I know we'll be talking through the budget thing, how we can help you and stuff like that. But this is just wrong.
If you know somebody who works in the human services sector, just give them a hug today. You've got friends or
Really?
family, just, yeah, I'm on calls with the community action agencies from all across Illinois. I'm on calls with national community development people, and, the professionalism and the dedication and the compassion that these people have, and everybody's living in this, like, feeling,
Can't do anything.
yeah, it's not just uncertainty, it's like you feel like your work isn't valued because it's
Correct.
just not, it's just kind of tossed around like, oh, it's just numbers, but it's really, I mean, it's people's careers and it's their compassion,
People's lives.
yeah, right.
Any other questions or comments? And Mary, I'm gonna echo, we are so blessed to have you, and look, you could probably pull the plug anytime that you wanted, and you're not,
No.
and that is.
Not yet.
Not yet, but I don't want it to get lost in this committee. I know people gotta go, but I don't want it to get lost in this committee. I talked to her, thank you, Nick. I talked to her online about it, and we're good. This committee needs to be, I just want to make it known to this committee that you're helping so many people by helping us fight through this, and we are so grateful to have you, and we are very blessed to have you, so thank you very much.
Thank you. Well, and I'll say, I've got a couple of the administrators sitting here, but the administrators of my staff they're just top notch, absolutely top notch,
Thank you
Natasha
all.
and Gina.
Thank you all. That applies to all of you. Thank you, thank you.
Stop.
Okay, because there's another meeting going on, and we gotta, do we have any old business?
No.
Seeing none, do we have any new business? Okay, without objection, we are adjourned. Thank you. Nick, she just needed, I took a picture.